Very good morning, dear children. Welcome back to our AVS class. This week we are learning the lesson Sun, Moon, and Eclipses. In the previous classes, we have learned a lot about Sun and the Moon. Isn't it, children? Yes. Today, in this session, we are going to learn about the landings on the moon and the phases of the moon. These two topics we are going to discuss today. The first thing is landings on the moon. Let us discuss the landings on the moon. The first spacecraft land on the moon was Apollo 11. Do you know, children? Everyone knows this, no? Yes, the first spacecraft to land on the moon was Apollo 11. Before going to learn about the landings on the moon, you must know what is spacecraft first. Do you know what is spacecraft? Yes, it is a vehicle designed to fly in outer space. Spacecraft, it is nothing but it is a vehicle designed to fly in outer space. Okay, children. So, the first spacecraft to land on the moon was Apollo 11. It carried three American astronauts, namely Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins. Okay, who are these three astronauts? Neil Armstrong, Aldrin, and Collins. Okay, so this Apollo 11 carried these three American astronauts to the moon. On 21st July 1969, when children, on 21st July 1969, Neil Armstrong created history by becoming the first human to set his foot on the moon. Okay, children, what is his record? The first human to set his foot on the moon. So, Neil Armstrong, we know very well, in the year 1969, on 21st July, these three Americans reached the moon using this spacecraft Apollo 11. They just set their foot on the moon. Okay, on the moon, the first words of Neil Armstrong were, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." This is the famous quoting which he used on the moon. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Neil Armstrong's first words on the moon. Okay, children. Then these three American astronauts, no, they are done some experiments. These experiments they carried out on the moon, no, helped us to know more and more about moon. Okay, so many experiments, they are very helpful to know about the moon. Okay, children, so this is about the landings on the moon. Next, we are going to discuss the phases of the moon. Okay, children, what is the next thing? Phases of the moon. Have you ever seen the moon on a clear night sky? If you have observed the moon carefully, you would have seen that it doesn't look the same on all nights, isn't it, children? Whether the moon looks same every day? No. On some nights, the moon is big, and others, it is like a thin slice, like a banana. Isn't it? Yes. Have you ever wondered why the moon looks different every night? Have you ever think like this? Yes. Do you think the moon is increasing and decreasing in size every time? Do you think like that? No, it is not like that. The moon, it always has a spherical shape, like a ball, basketball, like that. The moon always has a spherical shape. Then how it is looking different every day? Let me explain now. Okay, children, the moon is a non-luminous heavenly body. We can see the moon because the sun's light illuminates it. Okay, how can we see the moon? Because the sun's light illuminates it. That means the moon simply reflects the light of the sun. The moon simply reflects the light of the sun. The moon revolves around the earth. Okay, children, the moon revolves around the earth. Okay, it rotates and revolves around the earth, which in turn revolves around the sun. Okay, the moon is revolving around the earth. Eventually, it is revolving around the sun because earth is revolving around the sun. Okay, children, as a result, the moon at times comes between the earth and the sun, while at other times the earth comes between the sun and the moon. Okay, children, do you understand now? The moon sometimes it comes between the earth and the sun, while at other times the earth comes between the sun and the moon. This change in position of the moon between the sun and the earth creates the phases of the moon. Okay, children, the change in position of the moon between the sun and the earth creates the phases of the moon. Do you understand, children? Yes. Now let me explain in simple words what are the phases of the moon. What is meant by the phases? The phases of the moon are the different ways the moon looks from the earth. Okay, from our earth we are seeing the moon. How does it look like? Okay, that is actually called the phases of the moon. The different shapes of the lit portion of the moon, that means a lighted portion of the moon that can be seen from the earth, are known as phases of the moon. Okay, the different shapes of the lit portion of the moon that can be seen from the earth are known as phases of the moon. Okay, children, it is nothing but the different ways the moon looks from the earth. It is called as the phases of the moon. Do you understand, children? Yes. Next, we are going to learn about what are the phases of the moon. See the picture in the middle. The moon, no, it is in full size. From left and to the right, it is increasing and decreasing in size. So in every stage the shape of the moon differs. That is what called as the phases of the moon. Okay, some important phases are a new moon. Okay, children, new moon means no moon also we can say. In Tamil they will say no Amavashi. Okay, that is actually called as new moon. Then crescent moon, half moon, gibbous moon, and then full moon. These are some important phases of the moon. Let me explain one by one. Okay, children, first let us learn about new moon. I already told you that new moon means no moon. The new moon takes place when the moon comes between the sun and the earth. Look at the picture. The moon comes in between the sun and the earth. During this time, during the new moon time, the unlit side of the moon, listen children, the unlit side of the moon faces the earth, while its illuminated side faces the sun. Thereby, the moon is not seen from the earth on a new moon night. Okay, what is the position of the moon new moon day? It is between the sun and the earth. Okay children, do you understand now what is new moon? Yes. Next, we will learn about the crescent moon. Look at the picture. This is the image. Crescent moon. The position of crescent moon, no, in this base of the moon, a small portion of the illuminated side of the moon is facing towards the earth. A very small portion. Okay children, the very small portion of the illuminated side of the moon is facing towards the earth. A small portion of the moon can be seen from the earth. Okay, it is called the crescent moon. The small portion of the moon is called as crescent moon. Okay children, first we have learned what is new moon. New moon means no moon. In that new moon phase, the moon comes between the sun and the earth. The next space is crescent moon. In the crescent moon, only a small portion, illuminated part is facing the earth. Okay, then we'll learn about half moon. Okay children, half moon. When half moon portion of the when half portion of the illuminated side of the moon is facing towards the earth. Okay, half portion of the illuminated side of the moon is facing towards the earth. We can see a half of the moon from the earth. Okay, it is called half moon. It is all about from the earth how the moon looks like. That is what the phases of the moon. So during the half moon position, half moon phase, half portion of the illuminated side of the moon is facing towards the earth. Okay children, this is called half moon phase. Then gibbous moon. When a large portion, see in this picture, the large portion of the illuminated side of the moon is facing towards the earth. We can see a large portion of the moon. It is more than half, isn't it children? So, we can see a large portion of the moon from the earth. It is called the gibbous moon. Okay, next, full moon. Full moon, everybody likes this phase of the moon, isn't it children? Full moon day, Paurnami they will say, no, that is what full moon. Okay, during this full moon, many festivals are based on this full moon, no, isn't it children? Yes. Now let me explain what is full moon. The full moon takes place when the moon is on the opposite side of the earth from the sun. Okay children, the full moon takes place when the moon is on the opposite side of the earth from the sun. Okay, the moon usually passes above or below the earth's shadow. Thus, the moon reflects the light of the sun and thereby appears completely illuminated. Okay children, during the full moon time, full moon phase, the moon is on the opposite side of the earth from the sun. This is what the full moon phase. Okay children, now we have learned what is new moon, then crescent moon, half moon, gibbous moon and full moon also. Okay children, after the full moon, the phases of the moon will be reversed. So that once again we can see gibbous moon, half moon, crescent and then new moon. Okay, here I would like to introduce two terms to you. Okay, one is waxing and another one is waning. Okay, let me explain one by one. The moon waxes during the phase from new moon to full moon. Waxing, keep it in mind, it is increasing in size. The moon waxes during the phase from new moon. See, from new moon to full moon. See this phase, it is increasing in size. So, from here, from new moon to full moon, the moon is increasing in size. So, it is called as waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous and then full moon. So, these phases, no, it is waxing crescent and waxing gibbous. They are increasing in size. Okay children, then the moon wanes during the phase between the full moon to new moon. During the full moon to new moon, it is simply decreasing in size. From full moon to new moon, the moon is decreasing in size day by day. It is called as waning. Okay, the moon wanes during the phase between the full moon and the next new moon. Every night the illuminated area becomes smaller. So it is called as waning gibbous, waning crescent. Okay, this third quarter is also known as last quarter also. Okay children. So these are the phases of the moon. So let me recall once again what are the phases of the moon. First it is a new moon, then waxing crescent, first quarter, after the waxing gibbous, then full moon, then waning gibbous, last quarter and then waning crescent. After that once again it will repeat. From waning crescent, next new moon will start. Okay, once again children, new moon. What are the phases of the moon? A new moon, waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, last quarter, waning crescent. This process will once again repeat. Okay, these are all the phases of the moon. Okay children, listen the video once again from the beginning. Listen once again, understand. After that, read the pages from your textbook. Then in the skill sheet I have given you a comprehension passage about the phases of the moon. Read the passage 3 to 4 times before answering the questions. Okay, so that you can understand better about the phases of the moon. Okay children, thank you.